Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're reacting to Michael Jordan on the environment of Madison Square Garden. This is the NBA on NBC MJ Insights to Excellence series that I've been reacting to. Big shout out to NBC for getting Michael back in the interview chair. I love learning more about MJ. I want to learn more about his mind. And I just want to be a historian of the game, dude. I don't want to be some Gen Z kid who don't know nothing. So, hey, man, we learning. Let's learn more about MJ. Let's go. Also, this feels very topical because the Knicks and the Spurs are playing in the finals right now. Knicks are up 2-0. We're about to go into Madison Square Garden for Game 3. So this feels perfect.
What we loved as fans when you played was the places and the buzz in the building. And there was nothing like Madison Square Garden when you played there.
Oh, wow.
So can you talk about what it's like for a star player to go into a place like that where you know everybody is waiting to see you be special?
Well, I've always considered Madison Square Garden a mecca of basketball, right? You know, the knowledge of basketball, the way that people, perceive basketball. And they're hard workers. And the New York Knicks teams always seem to play hard for their fan base. And the fans knew it, too. And if they didn't, the fans let them know that, right?
But they also let you know it too.
I go in there with the notion that I know it's not hostile. It's just it's more of the awareness that they're gonna cheer for the team and they do everything to get you off of your game.
It wasn't hostile towards you?
No, it was never hostile towards me.
It sounds like the opposite of Boston, where people are like, nah, Boston people are still racist as heck, dude. So I'm glad New York ain't like that.
It was more motivating and trying to get me off my game.
Right.
And look, once I'm in a game, the ball goes up, I never even hear the fans. You know, if the fans ever can affect, or I can hear the fans, that means I'm not focused on what I should be doing, which is playing the game of basketball, right?
Respect, man. I bet you so many people come playoff time, the mental is so weak compared to Jordan. That's why they stumble so much come playoff time. But the fact that the man don't even hear the crowd, and he says, if I hear the crowd, I'm not focused on the game. I feel like every young player needs to hear that and have that mentality.
Really blocked it out?
I get into the game.
Uh-huh.
My opponent becomes more the focal point. The fans are fans. Now, you get to a free throw line and you have a pause and I see Spike over there. Hey, sit down, you're not playing. You know, those types of scenarios happen quite often, right? But in the mix of the game, when tension is always happening, that's when, I get tunnel vision, right?
You know what's funny? There have been some moments, though, because I've reacted to it, where MJ takes personally someone in the crowd yelling at him, and instead of focusing on the opponent, he focuses on shutting down that fan. I have seen the few occasions of that, but I assume he's talking on a greater scale. Normally does not focus on the crowd.
They're doing this trying to distract you. I take it as a challenge. You know what? I'm gonna keep you quiet for a while.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna show how all that stuff that you're saying doesn't affect what I'm doing on the basketball court. The only way you can affect what I'm doing is to put on some shorts and come out here, right?
Yeah.
But that's my mentality. That's and as a leader, I got to make sure the team, Scottie Pippen and all these guys, don't fall prey to that.
So as the big player, as the star guy, would you consciously, if you were going into a hostile environment, make sure the other guys knew
100%.
we can shut them up?
Yes.
Right.
Take the crowd out right from the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Phil says it in his speech. Well, he's playing in New York. Let's take the crowd out. Coming from Phil. I was a mouthpiece. Me and Scottie, we were a mouthpiece of Phil, in those situations. So we would go into New York City. I was never afraid of playing in New York City. Actually, it was a privilege because, if you do your job, you do the things that you're capable of doing, the New York fans are going to cheer you over their own fans. So the challenge was, let's see if I can turn that guy over there in the fifth row, instead of calling me names, and start cheering Michael Jordan.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, yo, Victor Wembanyama, you are down 2-0 in the finals, brother. You got to watch this video, get your mental ready for Madison Square Garden, and make them fans of you, my guy.
So what's your advice going into the Garden, or where you know it's going to be a different juice in the building, it's a big game for your team? What would you tell a star player about handling that night?
Come on, Victor.
Be you. You are you 365 days of the year.
Right.
Victor, if you're watching my video right now, I know you're a big fan of me. Kidding. Be you 365 days out of the year.
What they're trying to get you to do is not be you.
Be you. They're trying to stop you from being you.
And to me, that is a challenge for a young kid. But
Yeah.
it's a privilege. It's an honor. If they're
Take the privilege, Wemby.
coming in and they're yelling at you,
Yeah.
you are an impactful player.
Right.
That means if they feel like they can take you out of your game, then they have a better chance of winning. So if I'm talking to the young kids of today, is that, you know, if you are an impactful player to your team, shut them up. Go out there and be you. If you be you, then they can't, you know, they can't say anything. But if you're not you, they win.
Fair enough. Can't argue with the GOAT. Victor Wembanyama, you better be listening to this. Man. NBC took this one MJ interview and breaking it into the whole season. They fooled us all. It is kind of crazy, man, because I got excited hearing before the season started, yo, we going to get Michael Jordan insights. Like, it almost made it seem like it was going to be pretty often. It was going to be like a halftime or at the end of games. They're like, I don't know. I thought it was going to be kind of like Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley, Kenny the Jet Smith, Ernie Johnson. Like, I thought it was going to be like those guys who give the insight in between the games. And I was like, yo, we finally go get MJ talking about present day ball. Nope. He sat down for one interview. NBC said, all right, 4 minutes per interview, okay? Or break it into 4-minute parts. That way, because he probably gave him like 20 minutes, dude. He's like, yeah, I got 20 minutes out of my day. Go ahead, ask me a few questions. And they're like, all right. Because I think there's 5 or 6 parts. All right, so that's 24 minutes. Maybe he sat down for a half hour. Maybe more are coming soon. They definitely should have some for the playoffs. I haven't seen a new one come out. So, NBA, come on, Chief. Y'all got to do better. But yeah, man, this is really cool. I think it's cool to hear when players talk about the environment of other arenas. Like Boston, I've heard really good things from, like it motivating people to be better. Because that crowd can be crazy. New York, I've definitely heard it just because it's the mecca of basketball. I feel like Staples Center just because of their history as well. Yeah, man. Really cool interview. Curious what the comments have to say. 27-part interview. That's what it is. They really stretching this interview. Dude, people are just hating on the interview. Golly. Yeah, this person said, I'm always going to favor MJ interviews over none. But NBC definitely messed up promoting this as part of their coverage last year. They were better off not promoting it and then showing these shorts over the course of the season. I agree, man. I think they completely dropped the ball on that. I think they got to talk Jordan and be like, hey, next year we got to do a little bit more than we have been doing. Going back to this real quick. Bro, Shaq leaves LeBron out of his all-time starting 5. This man's switching up every day what he actually believes. I'm not even going to click on that. It's clickbait. That's clickbait. MJ career averages per team. Kind of curious where certain arenas rank amongst others. Career stats versus every team. Okay, for the Wizards, he averaged 30. Actually, the Wizards is a team No. Because there's 32. Can I get like a top to bottom? There we go. Portland. Homeboy hated Portland for some reason. Averaging 34 points per game. Let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see a little bit better. Or not. Sure. Okay, there we go. I'm just stupid. Yeah, Portland 34 points per game. Utah 32.7. Suns 32.4. I mean, this kind of makes sense because he faced all 3 of these teams in the finals. So maybe he just felt it extra personal after facing them to be like, yeah, I'm going to keep dropping a bunch of points on you. I completely clicked away and messed up. But anyway, those were the top 3. We also got Bucks, Hornets, Spurs, Knicks. So Madison Square Garden is pretty high up there. It's in the top 7. I guess, yeah. He always wanted to put a show in that arena. Boston is top 10 as well. What's at the bottom? What team was locking him up? Okay, they're not showing me. I got to unlock the data. Okay, I'm not going to do that. 25th was Clippers. Clippers were locking him down. Mavericks were locking him. Warriors, Lakers, Timberwolves, Nuggets. All these teams were locking up Jordan and exposing him. So, hey, if y'all want to know how to stop Jordan, watch the Clippers play him. They did it the best. But let me know what y'all think about this interview. Let me know if you think NBC cheated us and we should get some more Jordan stuff. Hope you have a great day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces!